Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my videos. And definitely hit that bell icon to get notified on all my new content. Now let's get on to the show. Hey, welcome everybody. Mr. On Demand back again. The man with master plan to give you as much free TV as I can. So here we go. Today what I got here is a device I'm not really a big fan of, but we got the Roku Express. So I'm going to go through a complete setup of Roku today. So I'm going to show you that and plus some of the best Roku channels that you can get through this video. So if you're interested in setting up your Roku, a lot of you have Roku TVs and maybe you don't know everything that's available from Roku to be able to watch a lot of free stuff. So I'm going to show you a lot of the stuff that's available in that. Even though I'm just not a huge fan of Roku, I mean, they do have some nice stuff in there, and we're going to show you what they do have. And then, later on, I may do Roku versus Android TV box and show you why this is just not a very good device compared to those. But for those of you who have the Roku and you want to make as much use of the Roku as you possibly can, then definitely go ahead and get your popcorn ready because, boom, we're going to go ahead and have a party. You can have your movie night, free movies on me, and we're gonna watch some stuff and have some fun and everything else. So also just make sure you hit that thumbs up because I'm going to be giving you all kinds of free stuff, showing you all kinds of stuff all throughout my shows and my videos and everything on my channel. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon down below. And oh yeah, you'll be happy you did. Make sure you do it. So let's go ahead and get started with this video. I'm going to show you exactly how to set up this Roku and get you guys going, get you on the right track. Let's go. And the Roku is starting up. So you know what? I just did a factory reset on this. So we're going to start this up from the beginning. I'm going to show you exactly how to configure it. Let's get started. Why don't we? Let's go ahead and select English for the language. That's the language I'm going to use here. And I'm going to go ahead and connect to my main router. So this particular one only handles the 2.4 gigahertz. So I'm going to have to use 2.4. I don't have 5 gigahertz. And then I'm going to go ahead and input my password. Okay, now I've connected, put my wireless password in, and everything's connecting up. Now the software updating will start. So this is a normal operation. Update is available for my Roku player. This is going to be fairly common for all of you setting up a brand new Roku. There might be software updates available, so you're going to go ahead and hit OK. Now, if you have a lot of older used, if you find an older used Roku, a lot of the older Rokus do not support a lot of the newer apps, so you need to make sure you get a Roku that's new enough that will actually support proper apps out there today. Early Rokus do not support a lot of things like just a lot of apps in general, like YouTube, for instance. So, you want to make sure what you're getting is something that's going to be compatible with most of the newer apps out there. That's why these things are cheap enough. I usually just recommend buying a brand new one. This particular one is the lowest end one they make, and it does work absolutely fine for Roku if Roku is what you're wanting to use. Now, there are a lot of other higher end Roku devices that do a lot more, that have more storage, etc., etc. So, we will be a little bit limited on how much we can install on this Roku. But I'm going to show you the best stuff that we can install at the end of the day so that you can get your Roku up and running with some free channels that are going to give you some great stuff. And you're going to enjoy being able to kick back and pick out some movies and watch them and not have to pay anything for what I'm going to show you. And the software update is restarting. So the Roku is going to restart now. I'm taking you through the entire setup process, and during this process we're going to have to activate the Roku over on the Roku website, which means you need to go to Roku's website and make sure that you have signed up and set yourself up a Roku account. Go through all of that definitely, and make sure you have yourself a Roku account. From there you can monitor and control all your Roku devices from one place on the website. Let's go ahead and auto detect the display type. This is a common thing, so if we want to do that, we can auto detect. We're just going to set that up, 1080i, content protected. Let's go ahead and go to automatic. Let's see what happens. Yes, screen looks good. Okay, so now what we got is we got enter the roku.com/link and enter the code. Now this is where you have to activate your Roku. So we need to go to their website. So right now we're going to switch on over to the website for that. Okay, so here's the Roku website, right? So you should be logged into your Roku account, and then you're going to go to the activate device over up here at the top. That's going to take you to the roku.com/link. You're going to type the code in, the code that they just gave me to link the Roku up to here. And then it's going to link this device. Now it wants me to name the device. Roku Express. It's the only Roku Express I have. Which room is this located in? I can select wherever I want. I'm just going to put garage for the heck of it. I haven't read to the agreement, to the end user license agreement. You have to agree to that and hit continue. Now, would you like to answer a few questions to help find new channels? Click yes to find out about exciting new channels. We'll also copy previous channels to this device. If you choose no, we'll just copy your previous channels to the device. Okay, so if I hit no, what will happen is if I have saved channels, it's going to automatically put those channels onto the device. So that is what will happen. It's what it's telling me here. So if I hit no, we might end up with some channels already on the device. If I hit yes, they're going to let me find out about exciting new channels. So what I want to do is I want to act like I'm brand new, that I don't have any previous channels. I just want to hit yes, and then they're going to show me channels. So for instance, if you have, say for instance, a subscription to Xfinity or Verizon or any of these, companies for a TV package, you would want to select your cable provider right now. And this is important because Xfinity has an app that lets you watch all of your channels from your DVR and everything on the Roku, as well as most of these guys have Roku apps that allow you to watch the live TV. So you're going to be able to go through a TV guide and watch everything. Now I can't show that to you, but I'm telling you, if you do have that, you should go through this. So select your provider. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select Xfinity because that's the internet provider I'm on, but I'm not really getting any cable TV from them, but I'm going to select that anyway, and I'm going to hit continue. Now, if you have a paid subscription to any of these services right away during your setup process, you can then select Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, whatever you have. You can select that. I'm not going to select any of these because I don't really want it. I mean, all of these, if you have one of these services, you should already know that. A lot of you have Amazon Prime and don't realize you have Prime Video, which gives you access to a lot of movies and TV shows. Hulu, Netflix, etc., Apple TV, Disney, all of this stuff. If you've got any of these subscriptions, then definitely select those and get those on your Roku so you can take full advantage of all of what you've got. I don't know what you have. Everybody is going to be a little bit different when it comes to this section, but I'm not going to pick any of these. Let's hit continue. Now on the website here, we've got free movies, TV, premium services. You can go through and look through all of this stuff. There's tons and tons of stuff in here, but I'm not going to look through this right now. We just want to finish the setup. This is a basic setup of the Roku, and I'm just going to show you just a handful of a couple of free apps that are completely free, that regardless of what services you paid for, I would highly recommend having on your Roku device. So definitely, that's a big deal. But I'm not going to select anything here. I'm just going to hit continue because I want to show you how to install the channels from the Roku itself. CBS All Access, if you have a paid CBS All Access, if you want to do a 1-month trial to that, you can get free trials to a lot of services. 7-day trial to some of these, like HBO, Stars. So there's a 30-day trial to Showtime. If you want to do any of these, you can go ahead and do that. Just make sure you know that they're going to try to charge you after the trial's up. Make sure you cancel your subscription if you don't want to keep it. That's entirely up to you when it comes to the subscriptions of whatever you're going to try to put on the Roku. Okay, so I'm going to click continue right here. And then we get to here. Check out below to get the most out of your Roku. You got the Roku mobile app. If you want to put that on your phone, that's up to you. And Roku tips and tricks, but your setup is complete. Now let's go ahead and get back over to the Roku itself. So here's the Roku, and it's continuing to add some options for us here. Okay, so we're all done now, and now we can go ahead and go to the next option, right? So let's go ahead and try to go to the next option. And it's all done updating the channels. Now we can go ahead and go through this, and you can see a variety of options on your Roku. But once you're done setting your Roku up, basically you're going to, be able to go through the stuff, and you can open up any of these channels you want to be able to watch stuff. Now, some of the channels that give you a variety of cool stuff is definitely the Roku channel here is something that you definitely want to make sure you have on your Roku. Crackle right here. Obviously YouTube, and it loaded up Xfinity because I selected Xfinity, but then also Pluto TV, News On. So I wanted to go over some of these apps. So let's just go ahead and open them up one at a time and show you what you get. These are absolutely great. You guys are going to love this. So there you go. On here you get, there's a bunch of stuff in here. So this is the Roku channel. And this is something that is really cool for the Rokus. There is a lot of stuff. There's a bunch of trials here. You can go and you can go down and you can watch quite a few things for free with the Roku channel. So this is definitely a channel you should have. And I'm not going to go through everything because I just want to quickly go through the main channel. So that's one right there, definitely. And as I scroll down, Crackle's another one that you definitely want to have. They've got a tons of movies and TV shows available for you to watch. We'll wait for it to open. And you can log in for free or skip for now. So I'm going to skip that for now. And bam, you can see here you've got Watch Now. You got TV shows, comedy, action, all kinds of stuff. You got movies, thriller, comedy, drama, all in, a genre setting. And you can go over and you can pick, a ton of things to watch for free from Crackle. And, Crackle's a great one, along with a lot of others out there. Let's go ahead and get back to, our home screen. And let's go to another one. So I went over those four. Let me get back to home screen there. Okay, so now I went over the Roku channel, Crackle. Obviously, I'm going to be doing some separate videos specifically on these specific channels and going completely over them. But here's the YouTube channel right here. YouTube, obviously, you're watching this on YouTube, so you should know what YouTube is. And YouTube is great. You can get a lot of live streams, news. You can get movies and TV shows and all kinds of stuff on YouTube, as well as all the regular YouTubers doing all kinds of videos for you. If you want some local news, by the way, News On is a great outlet. You can actually go into there and you can try to pick by your state or city and try to find news from where you're at. Or if you want to look up news from somewhere else in the United States. So that's another great one to have. Pluto TV is another great one to have, full of great live TV. I don't want to open it because if it opens a live TV channel, then I might be subject to some copyright infringement, and I am not wanting to do that. But make sure you know Pluto TV is absolutely great. I will do a separate whole video on Pluto TV where I blur things out, but I'm not going to do that today. Just know that that's definitely one that you want. And scrolling down, some of these are paid ones like stars, etc. So basically, then if you want to add a channel, we're going to go ahead and add a channel right now, and you can go through all kinds of other channels. Now, one channel I'm going to go ahead and add, and I'm going to be going over a bunch of the other of the best channels that are on there, but we're going to add Tubi TV, and I've done videos on Tubi TV for Android, and Tubi TV is in my Kodi build. Unfortunately, you cannot put Kodi on the Roku. You can stream from I believe from a phone that has Kodi on it, or a tablet that has Kodi on it. You can actually cast it to the Roku. That's about the only way you can get that. But this right here is definitely a great one. Everybody should have Tubi on their Rokus. Tons and tons of great stuff to watch. As you can see, The Bachelor, recently added stuff. They just have a ton of movies and TV shows. It's really, really a great thing. And if you don't have Tubi, definitely get it. It's a winner. So I showed you several, Crackle, Pluto, Tubi TV, News On for news, obviously YouTube. Those are probably some of the top free apps to go ahead and get on your Roku. Make sure you have all those apps on your Roku, and then you can go ahead and watch yourself a bunch of free movies. There's a bunch of free movies in Crackle, a bunch of free movies in here. There's a bunch of free movies in Pluto. So I just showed you how to get all kinds of free movies. Definitely enjoy that, and really I hope that that all works out for you and everything goes really, really great. I hope everything goes really, really great when it comes to that, and everybody does good. Definitely, hit that thumbs up, guys. Enjoy all this free TV on me. Hopefully you enjoyed the Roku setup video, and this helps you out in setting your Roku up. Maybe it straightens out a few things that maybe you didn't understand when it comes to setting the Roku up. Going to their website and everything else to do that. I'll be back again to go ahead and do more great videos for you guys. You guys really, really need to subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you can get notified when I give you all the other great information. Because I'm not doing just Roku stuff. I'm doing Android boxes, Fire Sticks. We are doing Kodi like crazy. We're doing all kinds of stuff. So get your popcorn ready, because you're going to have tons and tons of great times watching all kinds of free movies that you're going to be able to get from all the great stuff that I tell you, about on this channel. So I'll see you again soon. You guys have a great day, and we'll be back. Hey guys, this was Mr. On Demand, and this was a Mr. On Demand production. And if you liked this video, please hit a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, let me know down below, and I'll go ahead and get back to you on a comment back, and hopefully you'll help me make my videos better. Also guys, if you want to subscribe to my channel, hit that subscribe button right over here. If you want to watch some more of my great videos, check them out right below. Also, hit that bell icon to get notified every time I put a new video up, so you guys can always know what the new information I have to offer is. This was Mr. On Demand, and as always, stick with me and get it for free.